right, you know that feeling, right? That buzz when your favorite game drops news about a big update, like the promise of something new, maybe a smoother way to play, or I don't know, something totally unexpected. Well, if you're an Infinity Nikki player, that time is definitely now.
Yeah, and what's really interesting here, I think, is that these aren't just, small tweaks on the surface. We're looking at some pretty fundamental changes, stuff designed to really deepen how you engage with the game, enhance those core mechanics.
Exactly. So we're talking about some really significant improvements to co-op play. A big jump in performance, especially, and this is key for you PS5 players out there. And then there's this curveball, a special Stardew Valley collaboration. So our mission today for you is to really dig into these updates. We want to understand what they actually mean for your gameplay and pull out the most important bits so you know exactly what to look forward to. Let's dive in.
Okay, so first up, that co-op overhaul. It's pretty extensive because, in the past, playing with friends, it could hit some, frustrating points, limitations on what you could actually do together.
Oh, absolutely. I remember reading, the sources really point this out, they're completely getting rid of those restrictions on co-op maps. Think about it. Accessing things like your styling factions, where you manage your fashion groups and stuff.
Right.
Or checking the folklore guide, like the in-game wiki for lore and achievements. That stuff wasn't available before when you were grouped up.
Yeah.
Now, seamlessly integrated.
Exactly.
So you won't have to keep ducking out from your friends just to manage basic things or trade materials in the realms.
And that's more than just convenient, right? It fundamentally changes co-op. It goes from being this slightly separate thing to being, fully part of the Infinity Nikki world. It makes collaborating feel, natural, not like you're sacrificing features to play together.
Yeah, makes sense.
Plus, remember those really vague connection failure messages? Annoying.
Ugh.
They're replacing those with clear prompts. You'll actually know why it failed. Maybe someone's gliding too fast, whatever. And then you can actually fix it and jump back in quickly. That clarity, it saves so much hassle.
Okay, speaking of seamless, this is where it gets really exciting, I think, on the performance side. Infold Games is making a huge move for PlayStation 5 users. We're getting a brand new performance mode. Listen to this. Up to 60 frames per second.
Big jump.
That's double the current 30 FPS. Now, beyond just saying smoother, how does that kind of leap actually change the feel of playing a game like Infinity Nikki, especially with all the fashion focus?
Well, jumping to 60 FPS on PS5, it's not just about fluidity, though that's great.
Yeah.
It fundamentally transforms how you visually appreciate everything. Infinity Nikki's got these intricate fashion details, dynamic environments. You'll notice much more precise movements. That's actually pretty crucial during, say, tough styling challenges.
Right, or even just setting up shots.
Exactly. Or when you're meticulously composing shots in photo mode.
Yeah.
It really elevates the visual experience. It goes from just looking good to feeling incredibly responsive, really engaging to actually play. Now, specific details for PC and mobile aren't fully out there yet, but they did mention general graphics optimization across all platforms. So it shows a clear commitment, I think, to a high-quality visual experience for everyone, which is good.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not just the big stuff either. They're rolling out some really thoughtful quality of life additions too. Like for those of us who love the photo mode, there's a new quick delete function.
Oh, nice.
So you can immediately trash a picture you don't want right after taking it.
Yeah.
No more digging through cluttered albums later on and applying the save dyeing schemes from your color lookbook, your custom color palettes. That's going to be much easier now.
Yeah, and it's often those smaller, well-considered improvements that have the biggest impact day to day. They just reduce friction, streamline things. They really let players focus more on the creative side, the expressive stuff, instead of fighting with menus or minor annoyances.
Totally. Okay, now for something that really caught my eye, that Stardew Valley collaboration. We hinted at it, but wow, it's kind of a big deal, right? We don't have all the specifics yet, but just the idea of Infinity Nikki partnering with a game like Stardew.
Yeah.
So beloved, so, cozy. It's fascinating.
It really is.
What kind of possibilities does a crossover like this even open up for Infinity Nikki?
Well, strategically, this collaboration is pretty significant. Imagine, maybe, unique crafting recipes inspired by Stardew Valley, or themed events mixing farming stuff with fashion challenges.
Ooh, interesting.
Or even new social mechanics that kind of lean into that community building feel Stardew is known for. Partnerships like this can seriously expand Infinity and Nikki's audience. You might pull in players from completely different genres, and it could introduce totally new gameplay loops, diversifying the experience beyond just the core fashion elements. It really suggests a future where Infinity Mickey isn't afraid to experiment, to evolve its identity through these surprising and hopefully delightful crossovers.
What a fantastic thought. Okay, so let's tie this all together for you. You're looking at a much, much smoother, more integrated co-op experience coming your way. Significantly better performance, especially if you're on PS5. And some really handy quality of life tweaks. It's all designed to make playing Infinity Nikki more fun, more responsive, just a better...
This all brings up a pretty interesting question, doesn't it? If Infinity Nikki can successfully mesh with a world as different as Stardew Valley, what does that signal about maybe the future of gaming collaborations overall? How games might evolve their content and appeal in ways we don't quite expect. Could these cross-genre team-ups become like the new normal?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely makes you wonder, yeah. What other worlds could Nikki visit? What other cool experiences could get woven into the game? So, turning it over to you, our listener. Which of these updates has you most excited? How do you think these changes might affect how you play, or maybe your next big creative project within Infinity Nikki? Definitely something to think about.